Welcome back to The Watch. And it's been a hot minute. The Flash. We've been talking about The Flash for quite a few months now.
For a few years, I think people have been talking about The Flash. But you've brought some interesting thing to our attention in terms of the reviews, because it's not out yet.
Yeah.
But now the critics have been giving their scores. And so far, on a glance, it looks like things might be okay.
Well, it depends how you define that. Because Rotten Tomatoes, if we take Rotten Tomatoes,
Yes.
they do some very
Shady?
interesting.
I would say shady. Yeah.
Interesting techniques.
Questionable, unethical.
To hide numbers.
Yes.
And like when you click on the critic score, it says it's like 70% or something like that. That's probably what you get for like a DC movie. Critics don't like DC movies to begin with, so it's usually in the 70s or something, or even lower.
But even then, like 70s is like very average.
Yeah, which is what critics think of DC movies.
Yeah.
However, if you actually click on something else, like because you have all critics, the same with audiences and stuff like that, and you go top critics, the number changes.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Do you know what makes a top critic?
No.
No.
Do I care? No.
No. Well, when clicking on this here, right, even if you're not a top critic, I feel like the review they say is very opposite to the number that they give.
Yeah.
That's the thing we're trying to call out here. Like,
This is one of those things where I just I'm just going to read out one of the top critics' reviews here. Even in a vacuum or an alternate universe with no Spider-Verse or MCU, The Flash would just feel middling. Is that a good or bad review?
That's a B-. And that wasn't even, how they have like, they have the hamburger compliment or criticism where it's like a good thing, a bad thing, and a good thing, so you don't feel so bad. They don't even do that.
Yeah.
It's just like...
But the actual review, like the score that this reviewer gave, was a good one.
Yeah, a B. So, even though there was no good points for this.
Yeah, that wasn't a positive review.
No.
But a lot of people, let me put it this way, a lot more than usual in terms of the critics have been digging into The Flash, which, like, I think it's pretty clear that we're going to hate it. Like, it just given the main character, the main lead, who is a skit.
Yeah.
So,
and then they try to shovel in a bunch of nostalgia for us to try and forget about the issue. Because there's other reviews here that I think summarize my opinion already of this movie before even going in, which we'll read those and then I can just be like,
look at all these splatty tomatoes. Yeah. There's plenty to take if you want to read one. Which one do you want to pick?
If we scroll back up, the second one here, where the film parades of remember this in jokes makes it the opposite of a reset. It's more like a scratch record.
Well, I'm pretty sure that The Flash was filmed before the whole reset thing was what they were going to do. Which is one of those things where people are like, why are you releasing Shazam, Fury of the Gods? Why are you releasing Flash in a universe you're resetting? I mean, obviously because sunk cost, sure, but it just makes it really, really dumb for what you're doing. Like, and now
maybe you shouldn't even reset then if that's the case.
Just or at least announce it way later, where people have already gone to watch the movies. They'll hate you for it, but at
least you took the money.
Yeah, yeah. But The Flash is coming out this month. June 16th, which is not long away. And we're going to be reviewing it because, of course, we're going to be reviewing it. What do you think you're going to like about this film? Do you think there's anything you're going to like about this
Batman?
Film?
A bit of nostalgia bait, that's something that I can at least take in small doses and be okay.
Because I'm pretty sure this is the last of the Snyderverse. I'm pretty sure this is the last one.
They're going to reset at the end. I'm assuming they're going to just nuke it all.
Yeah, which is insane because it doesn't have Henry Cavill, who started the DCEU.
It doesn't have Ben Affleck, who is basically the actual Batman of the Snyderverse. Instead, they're going to bring another guy. Well, I'm not going to say just another guy because he is a childhood hero.
It doesn't have Aquaman. It doesn't have Wonder Woman. Like, regardless of whatever you think about all their separate movies of these characters, for them not to be in the reset movie is...
Actually, no, I think it does have Ben Affleck in it, though. In the trailers, it does have him, like, talking.
Oh, does it?
To the Flash and being like, bro, you shouldn't do this.
Oh, right.
Like he's not part of the story necessarily. Like, I think what we'd want in a, like, Justice League resetting is to have all the Justice League together, kind of trying to stop it or accepting, okay, we need to reset whatever's happening, basically.
I will be, because you're right, he is in the trailers. He's telling Barry, you shouldn't do blah, blah, blah. I'm curious if that's, like, going to be, in terms of the timeline, be back in the other movie.
Right. Yeah.
If I'm curious to see if this is actually something that they specifically got for this movie for him, or if it's something they recorded
Way back when.
because remember they've been teasing this sort of thing for since Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's one of those things, or if it's actually a new thing where Ben Affleck was actually brought in for it.
Maybe. Who
I'm curious
knows?
about that.
I mean, either way, it's kind of sad just the way that they're shoveling this all under the rug and then being like, and you'll like the new stuff, right? But here's the thing, right? The annoying thing that I'm expecting, here's my prophecy to you all. If James Gunn's new DC stuff doesn't work out, they will start bringing back the older movie stuff for nostalgia. They'll bring back Henry Cavill for a cameo because everyone's going to love that. Because they loved it in Black Adam. And so they'll just do it again in this new stuff because James Gunn will go, well, you guys don't like my characters, so I have to bring back the old stuff that we reset anyways. That's my biggest concern. They're going to wipe it all and then be like, actually, we need some of that.
It is interesting when I think back to the last year or two of what's been released for the DCU, how much of like a mess it's been. Just ridiculous. Like with Black Adam, The Rock was like this. Don't get me wrong, I was actually psyched for the Rock to play Black Adam for like 5 years because they never announced it. He was always like a fan casting. And then he actually became, I'm like, this actually might be good.
Yeah.
And then they actually bring Henry Cavill back after they've been snubbing him for like a year, 2 years.
Everyone was so happy for that.
Yeah.
I did not hear a single Superman fan complain. No one was like, recast him. Everyone's like, no, give him the movie he deserves.
Because in the first Shazam, they cut off the head.
Yeah.
Like, people have been wanting Henry back. And then when they bring him back, now all of a sudden the whole universe is just getting reset. He's not in the last film. I feel like all roads end with Henry Cavill not being a Superman.
But you know what? As long as he has a roof over his head and Warhammer 40K to play with, I'm sure the guy will have a good life.
Yeah, of course.
That's as my concern as a human being. I'm like, you know what, bro?
He's
as
good.
long as
He's
you're
good.
okay,
He's good.
I'm okay. Now, it says to me that he's not going to be playing Superman anymore, but I'm not as distraught because I know everyone likes him. We'll protect him. He's like an endangered species. I'm certain with Ezra Miller, we have not heard anything in the headlines for him. He's been
Ezra Miller?
Yeah, like dead quiet. I reckon WB have him locked in a dungeon somewhere, and they're like, once the movie comes out, then you are set free. But until then, you cannot do whatever.
Matter. The damage is way already done.
It's already done, but it's just funny how they've probably got such a chokehold on him, like you can't say or do anything. Also, I've noticed in the marketing, he's hardly in it. Like they'll kind of convey, oh, Barry, there's 2 Barrys, but then it's Batman, Supergirl, woman thing. That's it.
I think we're just gonna have to wait because, like, we can guess at how much.
Well, these reviews.
No, but I'm saying like how bad, as a fan of like DC and this universe, how bad this film will be. But I don't think it's gonna be. We're not gonna be able to see the full picture until obviously we've watched the movie, and I think it's gonna be worse than what we imagined.
Really?
It's just gonna be all jumbled up.
I've seen some pretty bad things in my time here at Night's Watch, and I'm expecting it. This year hasn't been.
But do you remember?
Awful.
It's like what you said. They've got a Flash movie, but they don't want to put the Flash in it because their Flash is problematic.
Yeah.
So how do you make a movie?
They do the same thing
with two of the main characters being the exact same actor, who is a problematic actor.
They do the same thing they do with every other movie now, which is they say, "Hey, this movie about this person, it's actually the other person. It's the female." Like that's what they've been doing. Oh, what's a good example of that? Like, I mean, I'm sure the new indie movie is going to be that, where it's like it's Indiana Jones, or like Wakanda. It's like Black Panther, but actually, no, it's not about.
Don't worry, we're going to be reviewing.
Indie is also coming out, but it's funny you say that because any other time period in my life, you saying that, I'd go, oh yeah, no Flash in the Flash movie, that sucks. But I'm so used to them bait and switching our characters to like even in Spider-Verse, it's like half the movie wasn't even about Miles; it was about Gwen.
Yeah, that's actually accurate.
Like they like to bait you into watching this thing because it's an established IP, but then they just completely reverse back and give you a different character instead.
Yeah.
So if it's a different character, I'm not too fussed about it.
Oh, in this particular case, yes.
But it's because I'm also used to it.
Oh, no, for this particular case, I'm cool with it.
I'm
cool with it for this very specific circumstance. Every other circumstance, I'm unacceptable. But this one, I'm cool with it.
So keep notifications on here. Support us above. We've got a little thingy here to support the channel, and we'll have a review coming out very soon.
Well,
we'll try to get
16th.
as early as we can onto this review to let you all know how it is.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing if it's a disaster, we will do a very lengthy review on it.
I can already feel that one coming on. But thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed. And as always, stay on watch.